minute! Who are you?
I saw this kid the other day as I was scrolling down through social media, and I gotta say, I laugh every time I see it. But there was one time I didn't. Instead of laughing, I had a panic attack. At that time, I was preparing for my first interview, and I was asking myself, what would they ask when they see me the first time? Welcome. Welcome to any iCast. My name is Ahmed Al-Ataibi, and I share English stories about my life. Do I teach you a lesson out of these stories? Nope. I only talk, and you have the floor to think about the moral of every story. You don't need to figure it out, by the way. It's just a story about myself. Any iCast where there is joy and benefit. Let's begin. I finally graduated from King Fahd University. That was 3 years ago. And I was excited to jump and get into a career. I was waiting for interviews. I was patient. Usually, you could wait from 3 months to 1 year. It's okay. You would be called a fresh graduate to 2 years after graduation. I applied everywhere I could think of. I used all the platforms I could think of: Telegram, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, everything, social media in general. I am a chemical engineering graduate, and there was a chemical engineering demand at that year, talking about 2023. I had my first interview, and I was excited to prepare myself for the question, who are you? Introduce yourself. How can I articulate who I really am? I spent 18 years without answering this question. This time came where I need to answer who I am exactly. I wasn't prepared and I wasn't trained for that. And I kinda knew myself. I'm a person who plays PlayStation and watches anime, that's it, but I can't say that. I would mention my achievements. I graduated from King Fahd University, I had a GPA of 3.15 out of 4, and I'm a chemical engineer with honor distinction. Simple as that. I had overall 4 interviews. You know, it wasn't just a job, it was also a validation. So if they rejected me, it means I didn't define myself in the right way. I didn't hear from the first interview, probably I would be rejected. I heard from the second and the third and the fourth interviews. And what I found from all these 3 interviews was a rejection. It means I didn't have the best introduction to myself. But then again, is it really the introduction part that I would be rejected because of? The interview is long. So what I was thinking of, I probably didn't get the rejection because of just the introduction. Sooner, I heard from the first interview. I actually had a response. And I was accepted. So I got the job, I worked with them, and the first week we met with the big boss, and he asked us to introduce ourselves. I had a bunch of employees with me, every one of them, and including myself, we answered this: my name, my major, my graduation, GPA. But he said something really shocked me. I didn't ask you for your qualifications or achievements. I want to know about yourself. Who are you exactly? That moment hit me. I'm not a person who just graduated from King Fahd University and got a GPA of this, and that, and with this major. I'm more than that. I am Ahmed Al-Ataibi. And you, as a viewer, you are more than that. So I took it as a promise to myself to spend more time in the company to find out who I am, and 1 year later, I forgot. I was swamped with work, I was swamped with making connections all around the place, and I forgot really this promise that I made to myself. After 1 year, we had a seminar about finding yourself and figuring out who you are. Wow. And then I remembered my promise. I mean, it's not exactly who you are. The seminar was talking about what are your interests. But then I realized, it clicked to my mind, I had a promise to myself that I forgot to achieve. When I came back from that seminar, I was home. I was just looking at the roof, thinking about myself. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of presentations. Okay, everything I have for tomorrow is ready and the future is ready. But who am I exactly?